I hate everything.
Elliot, you had this coming.
I know.
Jesus Christ, you had this coming?
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Elliot.
I'm Johnny.
Oh, Matt.
And I'm Sabrina.
And
we are the SGB 4. I should explain this little recording setup we have, ladies and gentlemen. Elliot is in front of the rig as always, and he has an external mic in front of his face. Me, Matt, and Sabrina are right behind him using a separate external mic, but it looks like we're like his backup singers.
Yeah, essentially. And we are finally here with Five Nights at Freddy's 4.
Happy Halloween week, everybody. What are you doing? Oh, you're taking a picture.
The fuck, Matt?
Post it on Twitter.
Now,
you can find this picture and more if you follow me on Twitter at Tactless Ogre.
Now, at the time of this recording, the DLC has not been released yet. So we are doing vanilla Five Nights 4.
Yeah, but we will do Halloween Five Nights at Freddy's 4 when it comes out.
Yeah.
Rest assured it will happen.
So,
Elliot, you ready to go?
No.
Okay,
Let's go.
click on anyway.
all right. So what's the name of this game?
Pretty much, you are a kid in a house,
A kid in a house.
and the animatronics are after you into your room.
After you.
Oh yeah!
Okay. Who wants to supply Golden Freddy voice?
How does Golden Freddy sound?
What did he do this time?
Oh, hi,
He
Morgan
locked
Freeman.
you in your room again. Don't be scared, I'm here with you.
Morgan Freeman does not make this one better, Johnny.
Falling through a river of shit. This boy has seen some shit.
He walked through the valley in the shadow of death.
Now, as you might have seen other people play this game, we had to have headphones.
Putting it mildly.
And
Well, to be accurate, Elliot's got the headphones because
Yeah.
apparently Five Nights at Freddy's 4 relies on sound
Yes.
to make the best
More than any other FNAF, because there was always an element of sound in every other FNAF game, but this one makes it a gameplay element.
Which I personally like, except in our particular setup, we're kind of fucked because only Ellie can hear everything, and we're just like
Yeah,
in
we're
the
just
dark.
here-
and you guys are here to laugh at me.
We're here to pretty much just laugh at like when because visually it's
And provide the backup singing voices. Oh!
visually, you still get spooked because just how freaky the animatronics look. But in terms of the real meat of the gameplay and the real meat of the horror, the sound, were left hung to dry.
Now, a common criticism that the game faced was the Nightmare animatronics being too over the top, but honest to goodness, once I saw that the phrase nightmare was constantly persistent with them,
Yeah.
I had a feeling this one was going to be a dreamscape sort of thing from the get-go. So I didn't really bother seeing, with them being nightmare. Of course, they would be nightmares. Of course, they're going to be exaggerated to terrify the person in question.
Yeah.
Didn't think for a second that we'd be playing as a child. That would explain why they're really ramped up.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Now, the only problem, and I stated this in my review, folks, I still consider this the anti-Let's Play game because of the element of sound that is so important in this game.
That important?
We're actually not doing Elliot any favors by talking over any of this.
Not a single favor.
As you can tell, Elliot, when playing the game, clearly went over to the volume knob to turn it up.
So he could not hear us speak.
And, he's not doing any favors. Elliot now is pretty much playing the game on a high difficulty because we are constantly talking over him.
Added flavor and a challenge.
Which, people can call us out on by saying that's dick move, but it's also a Let's Play channel.
Dick move alpha.
Recording the game raw is not what this channel is all about. So,
Commentating, what's that?
yeah, we got commentary. Sabrina, what's your experience with FNAF 4?
Go for it.
I always watch Elliot play it. I didn't get to touch it yet, and I always
Never touched it, never gonna touch it, baby. Never gonna touch it.
Didn't touch it. Never gonna touch it. Never gonna touch it.
Never gonna touch it. Wow, 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 wow.
But I do want to play it because it
wanna
looks
play it?
interesting.
Shut up, Matt. Matt, break time.
Rest your singing voice.
Alright, so because Elliot needs to be pretty heavily focused on this entire gameplay scenario,
He's not saying a word.
what you're doing here, but in terms of the sound cues, you guys may be able to hear it because you guys listening will be able to hear the sound, unlike us. Elliot is listening for breathing when close to the door. And if he hears breathing, like up close to his ear, that means the nightmare animatronics are right outside your door. But what that means, though, is that you have to close the door.
Right.
If you shine your light when you hear breathing next to your ear, the animatronics are going to get you.
Exactly.
The problem, though, for the longest time before Scott, I think, patched this twice, was that people had a really hard time discerning breathing from just every other background noise out there, because there's other things that are playing here. Regular nighttime ambience,
the child's
crickets,
breathing.
the child's breathing, to an extent. It's not as loud, but Elliot needs to listen out for the breathing, and you can't see this, folks, but Elliot is leaning his head towards the door, as if he's actually listening out, as if he was actually looking through this door himself, because this is what he has to do. This is how important sound is in this game.
In the game.
You know, and how long have we been talking?
Oh, motherfucker.
What happened?
Chica was there.
Chico. Okay, so Elliot's response like that is totally justifiable, because when the animatronics are right next to the door, in the audio cue, it feels like someone's breathing into your ear.
Whoa.
Because he had to crack up, but that's after the patch.
Yeah.
He had to do that after the patch because people could not tell what was breathing or not, and it made the game really hard.
Were these patches fucking 8 or 9 gigabytes large?
No, in fact, Five Nights at Freddy's 4. This also goes into the anti-Let's Play game, because not only is sound a really important cue, it's also kind of hard to record this game, because it doesn't load up like all the other Five Nights at Freddy's 4.
How so?
It kind of loads up like an old-time Macromedia Flash game.
You gotta be shitting me.
And the capturing software can't pick that up. You have to do a window capture, like an old-fashioned window capture, and that makes it kind of tricky to record. In fact, before I had my dual monitor rig set up, when we recorded footage for the review, we did it with no sound. No sound whatsoever. If you actually go back and watch the Some Call Me Johnny review, there's no sound. You won't be able to hear any of the animatronics screaming. It's just background noise that I added myself, because our recording setup, we had to compromise.
Compromising easy. So why can't you just shut the doors?
If you shut... Alright, so here's another thing.
I love being the inquisitive idiot. Like, it illuminates.
If Elliot shines...
I saw something.
Yeah. If Elliot shines the light in the hallway when there's no breathing, that means the animatronics could potentially be on the opposite end of the hallway.
Right.
You'll know by the glimmer of their eyes. However, if you, for some fucking reason, decide to close the door when they're on the opposite end of the hallway, you just gave them a ticket to go right up to the door.
Yep.
Which means they're gonna bop you.
Bobby?
Well, you know, scare you.
Kill you.
Yes.
They're gonna play a mean game of
Shit
peekaboo.
your pants is what I'm trying to get at here.
It's gonna be a peekaboo.
However, if you hear the breathing right next to your ear when you get to that hallway, close the door. If you shine the light,
You're caught.
it's game over.
So unlike the other games where the flashlight blinds them, this one clues them in like, oh, hi there.
Yeah.
Num num.
Pretty much.
So Elliot, what's on the back of the bed there?
Yes!
Yeah.
and Elliot has made it through night 1. What was I on about?
To answer your question, Matt, those are Freddy links.
Freddy links?
Yeah, they huddle up onto the bed, and if all of them huddle onto your bed, then Nightmares Freddy's gonna kill you.
Yes, I'd like an order of Freddy links, please.
They merge into one.
Yeah, I'll have the 5-piece Freddy flatter.
4
Freddy
days
flatter.
until the party.
You know he's hiding again.
Some Freddy Nuggets, please.
I could go for some McNuggets.
No, I want Freddy Nuggets.
He won't stop until you find him.
Gonna stop until you find
Hi,
it.
Mangle. How you doing
Gonna
here?
stop until you find it.
Oh, what's going on with these sequences right here?
These are pretty much events leading up to the
The child's constantly
climax
crying a
of
lot.
the game.
Over there.
Over there, stupid.
This is not very good with the sense of direction.
The child
over
cries
there.
a lot, though.
He's constantly crying. Except
Yeah.
when he's... No, he's even crying. Yeah. Oh, what a dick.
Yep.
He's also giving you the bird.
Yep.
Fuck
I
you,
didn't
Foxy.
even notice that.
Foxy, you jerk off.
Tomorrow's another day.
Night 2.
Ain't that something?
Oh, wait, Fun with Plush Trap.
Explain this one real quick.
What the fuck's Plush Trap?
Alright, this one also requires an audio cue because this is pretty much a mini game that if you win, will send you immediately to 2 a.m. the next day.
Nice.
If you fuck up though, you gotta do it normally like every other game.
I like that bit of initiative in a Five Nights game. Give you a
Yeah.
little extra, shaves off a little extra time for getting the game right.
If you're good enough. So what Elliot's trying to do here is that he's trying to trap Plush Trap within the X on the floor.
And what the hell is Plush Trap?
Plushtrap is pretty much a miniature version of Springtrap from Five Nights at Freddy's 3, which doesn't make any sense because this game supposedly takes place before Five Nights at Freddy's 3, but who cares? Whatever. It's all just a theory. And...
The game theory?
Yes. Thanks for watching. And what Elliot's trying to do here is that by listening to the movements of Plushtrap, trap the little bunny inside the X.
It's essentially red light, green light.
Yeah, in a sense.
Red light, green light with a monster.
Yeah. And if Elliot manages to trap him right in the center of the X, then he wins the game. If he takes too long, then the game's over because there's a countdown here. But if you just remain idle for too long and not do anything, then Plushtrap will scare you. Mm-hmm. So Elliot is listening in now for the movements because if this game,
yes,
yeah, there you go. So
nice.
Now Elliot won that game. He will now start at 2 a.m. on night 2.
So what happened? You got a little extra sleep?
Yeah, I'm sleeping in. You know what? Maybe I can sleep tonight, but only for 2 hours. Freddy scares me.
So 2 hours. You know what I've. Ugh. All
However,
right. So when does Foxy start coming in around?
Night 2.
Okay, and that's when the closet thing kicks into effect.
Yeah, which to this day confuses the fuck out of me because the way Foxy works is that he starts out in the hallway just like Bonnie and Chica. When he gets into the room, if he manages to get into the room, he doesn't immediately go for the kid first, he goes right inside the closet.
Well, it's a nice closet.
It is a nice closet. Yeah. But that also means now you have another issue to deal with because in addition to checking the left and right door, now you have to check the closet too.
Somebody's out there.
Yeah. But as you can see Elliot heading back to the bed every once in a while, that's for Freddy. Yeah. If you do not check your bed often, the Freddylings will gather, and if you take too long, Freddy will turn your ass right around and jump scare you, and that's game over. Freddy, though, is the easiest to counter because he's a one-trick pony. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't have any ace up his sleeve.
Neither do the others when you think about
it. But here's the thing, though. The cue for Freddy are visual. Is visual. Bonnie and Chica are clearly audio.
And Foxy's just in the closet.
Foxy, you can tell if Foxy is in your room, in your closet, if you see the closet door shift slightly.
Foxy, you are, Kelly. Trapped in the closet. That's the joke.
You're essentially in like a center of hell right now because you're surrounded by all of them pretty much.
Or a child locked up against a few predators without Kevin McAllister's
a child locked up without any actual locks. Foxy is in the closet.
Yeah.
I repeat, folks, we have confirmation. Foxy is in the fucking closet.
I knew it.
Foxy won't come out of the closet. Alright, Elliot is kind of panicking there. He was wondering.
He's wondering. Wait, it's only 3 a.m. now? Holy shit, for what that was worth, there was no point in the fucking waiting with her.
Well, no, now he's at 4 a.m.
4 a.m., Donald.
Elliot, Jesus Christ, buddy. I mean, but Elliot is... This is a lot of practice that's paid off, folks, because... not for nothing, Five Nights at Freddy's 4, recording footage for that review, kicked our ass.
Oh, wow.
Because it was giving us so much shit, and this was before the second patch, so we had to deal with less distinguished audio. And it took us an entire day to get to Night 5 and Night 6, because we were wondering, are we even going to be able to show off, like, Fredbear? Like, Nightmare Fredbear? Mm-hmm. And it looked pretty dour at the moment.
You know, it's going to be awkward now that we're talking about FNAF again, because there's also FNAF World coming out, and after dealing with these guys as nightmares, it's going to be hard to imagine them as force buddies.
Yeah, but that's not due until next year, which means tomorrow.
Most
likely, and...
I kind of want to see what he'll do with the franchise. Like, maybe after working in the horror atmosphere for so long, he got better, maybe a bit better as, like, a developer, so maybe he'll try it take another
Or maybe he just wants, you know, I hope he knows what he's doing, because there's got to be a lot of hype for FNAF World, because people are anxious to see what else can he do with this franchise that's not strictly check this or check that. You know, we're all going to play it, of course, but what was I going to say? I also like to apologize. When last year we did FNAF 2, and I jokingly said that by next Halloween FNAF 4 will be out. Here we are.
You're psychic.
Yeah, I am psychic. So FNAF World will come out tomorrow. And the Halloween update will come out Thanksgiving, ironically. Alright, Elliot
or
is
FNAF
at...
Christmas.
Elliot
FNAF
is at...
Christmas.
Yeah, FNAF, welcome to a very FNAF Christmas. Here's Jeff. Elliot is at 5 a.m. on day 2.
Who'd you hear, Elliot?
I think that side is
Yes!
Nice.
And that's it for night 2.
Nice.
That's it for night 2. Night 2 not gonna get you anymore.
My heart's really pounding right now, so...
Calls you to yawn because you forgot how to breathe.